Cool. Okay, so I've just started recording. Um, so I guess we start by going over the netplay notes again. I think that's probably a good starting point.
Okay, sure. Did you
Um,
want to share your screen? Then we can go through it.
I mean, I was just gonna read through it first. I think that's a bit
All
easier.
right.
Or um, so I did have a quick read of these earlier. So from what I can gather, you felt pretty good versus KN, but then not as good versus Mackenzie and Alexis.
Yeah, I don't know what happened them 2 days. I was like super tilted.
I
Like
mean,
2 days.
yeah, it can also be like external stuff, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
been
know
trying
what
to
else
cut down on.
happened. But...
Yeah, I've been trying to cut down on sugar. I was
Okay.
getting like mad sugar headache, like lack of sugar headaches and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was that impactful.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it isn't effective, but I think sometimes it can be as well. Like, I've definitely had tournaments where, like, or net play ones recently where I've had, like, a really long or hard day at work, and then I play that and I just get more tilted. So
Yeah.
it's just something to, like, put it all in perspective, like, take the whole day into account, like, whether you slept as well or,
Mm.
been eating as well, stuff like that. Um, But yeah, I think that the main conclusion I came to was that you probably felt better versus KM because we talked about Fox and it was like pretty clear what you were working on going into it. Whereas versus like Moth and Falco, we haven't really talked about anything for you to focus on.
Yeah,
Um,
I think having something to like sort of ground you or
yeah,
like something to refer back to makes like even playing against playstyles I don't like a lot easier or
yeah,
like a lot more understandable.
for sure. Um, so my thought was we're gonna have to try and either in the lesson or you could try this outside a lesson. Just try and gather a couple of things to work on in each matchup either just from working VODs or like playing someone and figuring out what you think is a problem. But
Mm.
I think that's really important to have on hand. Otherwise, you're kind of limited to only being able to play productively versus Fox, which you want to be playing productively all the time, right?
Yeah,
So
that's what I found this week was I wanted to start playing other matchups and
yeah,
I
yeah,
actually kind of like felt like I didn't really want to because I was like I don't really know what I'm even working on, so it feels like a waste of time
hmm
going into a matchup with no idea now. Whereas before I would just like mindlessly play for like 3 hours and not have a
yeah,
problem.
yeah. No, I feel the same sometimes as well. When I see someone posting, and I'm like, I could play, but then I don't have anything to work on. So it's like, well, what's the point? Um,
I'm
but
also finding I don't really like playing secondaries that much either at the moment as well.
okay.
And I don't like. I feel like sometimes I get baited into like having like a secondary match off against people,
Yeah,
and like it's just tilting. Like it feels like it's completely like egotistical when you get into
yeah,
them sort of like who's got the better secondaries. I don't even like doing that anymore. It just tilts me.
yeah. No, I think that's good because it's definitely like a time sink a lot of the time. Because like the 3 hours you say of net play, it could be like 2 hours of it is you playing Roy DK or whatever.
Yeah, or just like even like Falcon versus their secondary Marth or something. I'm like,
Yeah, and you're
what
just
are we
like,
even doing here?
yeah. But okay. So it sounds like from what you said, the stuff we talked about last lesson seems to be working pretty well, like the anti full hop stuff,
Hmm.
um, which is good. So um, so yeah, I think we should probably put Fox on hold for a bit while you just kind of work on that and get that to like unconscious competence level,
Yeah.
and then we can like revisit Fox. So I think the ones focus. I think if we focus on the Mackenzie ones today, because you said the Alexis ones were kind of laggy, um,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's just not. It's harder to tell what exactly you need to work on, and a lot of the like tilt stuff could have just been from it being laggy rather than the actual like games.
Yeah.
So I would probably like discount that as just like an anomaly, um, and just throw it in the bin and just focus on the other stuff we've got.
Okay.
Because it just happens sometimes where you have like a crap day with like everything comes together where it's laggy and you're already tilted from yesterday and you had a bad day today and it's just I think it's just best to write it off.
Yeah, I think I did. I think I kind of woke up the next day, played, and it was fine. I think it was just like you say, an accumulation of things, and then not really liking playing laggy Falco Duos.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so just reading through the Mackenzie one. It definitely felt like just from when I first saw the text, I saw like the what I dealt with well and what I struggled with well, like the disparity between the two. So it definitely feels like we need some.
Wait, what was that? Sorry.
Just in the Mackenzie notes, the like amount of stuff you put for what I dealt with well and the amount of stuff you put for what you struggle with. It's kind of funny to me. Yeah, yeah.
I was like really trying because I've noticed that writing this stuff out, I've got like a much better memory of playing.
Yeah.
But against Mackenzie, I was like, there's like legit like 2 times I can remember doing slide offs.
Yeah. A lot of the time it's like hard to know why you're winning versus better players as well, because like the majority of the match just feels like you're losing. So there's like less instances, like you say, to remember. So I think I'll mainly focus on this stuff here about punishes, covering roll, getting edge guarded, playing in the corner. But then I also do want to point out some of the good stuff you do as well, just so you have like more instances to try and see when you play, I guess.
Okay.
Because I feel like when I watched it briefly, it felt like some of the stuff you did was like you had good setups, but then you like didn't follow through with it very well. So it's just like refining that next step, I think.
Whenever I watch myself back, I always feel like I look really slow on like hit confirms and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like in general, I feel like I hit something and I'm not ready to follow up.
That was one of the main things I saw as well. So it can be two things, I think, really. The one is like it could be a knowledge thing where you don't know how to follow up on something, so then you hesitate a bit because you're not sure what to do. Or it could be a confidence thing as well, where like you're not sure if the thing you're doing is going to hit in the first place. So then when it does hit, you're kind of surprised, and then you don't follow up off of it.
I think it is probably more of the second one, but I guess we can see from the games.
Yeah, so I get that a bit sometimes as well, and it happens a lot of the time, especially versus better players, where you're not really fully sure that what you're reading is going to work, or like you don't think that the play you make deserves to like hit him, basically. So then when it does hit, like say you're just not ready to combo off of it. So it's just about like having faith in like your ability and your reads and stuff. But yeah, I think we'll see that in the video, and then mentality stuff. Rotates because he kept dying over and over. Bame into the corner and kill me. Yeah, so I definitely think like losing in the same way can be pretty frustrating, and I think that came up a couple times. Like you just get grabbed in the corner and then down tilted or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's just to do with like mistake tilt stuff, I think. If you want to reread that like section. Because yeah, the best way I found to use the book is to just revisit specific sections now when you have like sessions like this where there's something specific like annoying you.
Rather than just continually read the book, just go to that section.
Because you've read it all now, so you get like the premise, and then you're meant to like go back and sort of revise certain sections.
Okay.
And then you said further distractions in the room. So I find that one happens when like you're already tilted a bit, and then it kind of like takes you out of the game, and then it takes less for other stuff to just tick you off. Like I used to get it a lot when I used to live with my parents. If I was already tilted on net play and I could just like hear them doing anything outside, it would just like distract me and then like tilt me even more. When it's like completely reasonable that they're walking around like it's their house, right? But but you know, like ticks me off anyway. So a lot of the time it's just like very unreasonable stuff that you end up getting distracted by in the room, and I think just like realizing that in the moment, like, you know, I'm just being dumb.
You just can't like grasping at anything.
Yeah. It's just another one of those things where you like blame something else for. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm not really surprised that you took like less time before you got a bit tilted or annoyed. Just because, especially like McKenzie plays quite in like a tilting way, to be honest. Or that's what I think anyway.
I saw a flaming butt nose, and I was like, dude, you're a high level butt nose.
Yeah.
Every time I hit you with a laser, it's like roll.
Yeah, yeah. He does a lot of like he plays quite Mewtwo esque, and a lot of people get tilted at Mewtwo play. But yeah, it's just one of those things. But again, it's like it's just the game. You gotta accept it, play to win, all that stuff. But yeah, I definitely think rereading the mistake tilt bit will help with that. Okay, so can you? Oh, I haven't shared. So the main ones you said were edge guards, being in the corner, respawn as well.
Yeah, my
And
respawn.
rolls.
Yeah, my respawn stuff wasn't that great.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't like pin him down or get many openings. I didn't think.
Yeah.
I haven't watched back at any of these games, by the way. They were just 4 of the first.
Okay. Yeah.
That crap's bogus.
Yeah, but like the forward smash you shouldn't have done in the first place, right? Because it doesn't
Yeah.
combo. If I get a hit like this off of Nair where you can't combo, a lot of the time I just do a dash dance and then go in. Just because they always like spam grab or some like panic option. Falcons do it a lot too. Okay, I'll just watch a few interactions in the corner just so I can get an idea.
Okay.
And ones where you don't like end up killing yourself as well.
Yeah.
So with the respawn here, I feel like a lot of the time the problem people have is that they try to chase the other person too much, or they chase them for too long. Because you only basically get like one chance with Falco to like chase them and like read correctly, just because he's so slow, right? So you have to kind of you can't guess wrong like with Fox, where you can guess wrong once and then you're fast enough to like catch up to them again. So that's just something to keep in mind. So if you do guess wrong, so like you did here where you like bear and then he backs off and gets to ledge, then a lot of the time you want to just kind of reset and just play the situation that comes after as if you weren't invincible, I feel like. So this would be like a pretty risky attempt to go for to contest ledge, right? Where you up tilt. If I was going to contest it, I'd do like the run off double jump bear stuff. But yeah, as soon as I see myself like miss here, I would probably be like rolling back or full hopping or something like that, because I don't want to play this mix up here particularly.
Okay.
Because yeah, you get like countered and probably should have got hit, and then you're in the corner. Even if it doesn't hit you, you're still in the corner now. Do you feel like you get grabbed a lot in these kind of situations?
Yep.
Okay.
I feel like the Marths tend to be like one step ahead on getting their shield up. So I feel like I tend to get shield grabbed or like grabbed in a range where I don't feel like I should.
Yeah. The one thing I will say is like first of all you dash into him here instead of dashing away. Which like you gotta remember that grab's actually like really, really it's like Marth's quickest option, right? In a lot of scenarios. Just because it's like frame 7. And like you don't really have anything you don't have many options that beats it from this range. Like if you were here then you could shine, right, and that would hit the startup. But from where you are now, like you don't really have any moves that hit grab. Maybe like jab or forward tilt or something like that. But a lot of the time it feels like pretty bad to stay here or move forwards when you can't like contest the grab. So a lot of the time you want to just dash back here instead, or you can spot dodge as well and then like hit him for grabbing you. But yeah, that's quite a common one I see where somebody lands here and they're like they can act at the same time as Moth, but Moth's just like quicker at this range, at this specific range. Just because your jump's slow as well, so you can't even like dash jump nair or anything like that. Like it's just too slow. So I would be trying to dash back more at this range, I think.
Okay.
And it's also good because it puts you out of the range of like Moth forward air or forward smash sometimes or up tilt.
I guess the mix-up I normally get hit here if I run back is just instant dash attack, and then you're like, I don't know if you had that way, like you're at this range. If I go for a laser here, I get like F smashed or I get hit, like you say, for jumping.
Yeah.
If I dash back, I feel like they dash attack, and then I just get popped up.
Yeah,
So I,
you can also do like aerial in place here as well. That can work. Like if you do down air in place, then it hits his arm a lot of the time when he sticks it out to grab, and it can also catch the start of dash attack.
okay.
But yeah, that's just like part of the mix-up. Like Moth can either grab here and threaten the space you're at the moment, or he can overshoot and try and catch you like moving back.
Yeah.
You can also do like full hop or instant double jumps. Pretty good here as well. Because you just go over a lot of Moth's options. Obviously, it's quite risky if he like waits it out. But you know, if he's like starting to dash dance here now, like he's at 70 dash dancing in the corner when you're here, like that's pretty big risk for him as well, right?
Yeah.
Because you could just like aerial at him. But yeah, just some options to think about. I just think dashing in there is a lot of the time pretty not worth. And then same again there, you actually dash into him, I think. So you whiff this bear and then you dash forwards, which is why the grab hits. So this is another one where I would either wait in place or
Dash back.
yeah, dash back.
Yeah, I just got grabbed like twice in the same way in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, you can also backflip over his grab as well. Like if you did like dash back backflip and then you can bear and it goes over his grab. Just a little thing as well. Yeah, so this is another one kind of, but it kind of works out. But like you guess the wrong way and then you try to chase him down here and then you try to chase him down again. And like if this is a bigger stage, then I think you would have got like dash dance grabbed for this, right?
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
because his Yoshi's like it's a more like valid thing to go for. But just really be careful of this. It happens a lot with Fox as well, where he does all this move aroundy bullshit and then he like shines you as soon as you try to laser him. And then he gets shine knocked down, and then the rest is history. So yes, like after something like this, I would maybe try and play it like less aggressive, so you could do like dash back laser or full hop waveland or something if you didn't want to take like a big risk. One thing I did notice with your like attacking the corner as well is I feel like you mess up this specific nair a lot, where it's like quite high on shield.
Did I miss the L canceller both times, I think?
You missed the fast fall and the L cancel. So because it hits quite late, you have to change your fast fall timing. But like this nest should be safe on shield. But because you mess up the execution, you have to like spot dodge shine and stuff. But like yeah, this should be really tricky for Moth to deal with if he shields it, because you should be able to shine before he can grab. But yeah, you get like grabbed or reversaled a couple times for it in some of the later games, I think.
I feel like that shine could have connected as well.
I was gonna say you should have delayed the dare more, because it was a high dare. That's why the shine didn't work. And you were also a tiny bit slow on the shine. But
Yeah.
that problem is just like not there if you do late aerial. Because
Yeah,
you
it's
already
something
jumped to the right timing, so it
Yeah,
doesn't.
it's something I've been talking to Frumentari about a bit.
Yeah.
I was watching his recap one with Marth, and he
Yeah.
gets like really, really deep dares on Marth, where that's
Yeah.
like a perfect one that I could have gone for.
Yeah, a lot of the time when you're trying to whiff punish something, the part that matters is like when you jump in like this,
Yeah.
rather than when you do the aerial. Because like if you just did the aerial like now instead, like it's still the hitbox is out at the same time, right? So, and it just gives you a bigger punish.
That should have been shine grab.
Yeah, so do you see what I mean by like you get the setups fine and then like it's just this part you mess up? Because you like got the read and you nared him and then you get shine pressure, but then you lose the mix up. Yeah. Yeah, this could have definitely been shine grab or shine wave dash back as well is really good. Yeah, see that one again as well.
Same. Yeah, I missed the hell cancel again, I think.
Yeah, like you've gotten 3 aerials in the corner and like 2 of them you've lost the situation.
Yeah.
Which like and then this one, if you ever do approaching laser into the corner, you pretty much always want to do the like really late one versus Moth, because they all just do this nowadays, where they just like hold crouch and then crouch power shield.
Yeah.
Have you watched the lesson with Sully about dealing with about like lasers versus Moth?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I won't talk about it much in this lesson then, but I go over like a load of ways to deal with this specific option of like crouch power shielding.
Okay.
So I think that would be good to watch.
I think intuitively that I would just do a non-fast fall.
Yeah, no fast fall, low laser is like the best.
Yeah.
Or you can do like normal fast fall, late laser. Yeah, empty hop. Oh, I messed up the recording there. Yeah, you just got to be a bit more like tricky with your approach, basically. Nice, and then again you like do a high aerial after you bait out the grab, which means you don't get a hit because he just ASDI's down. So there's another one where if you're gonna bait out an attack again, you just want to do like late, or you could even shine here as well. Let's see how you play the respawn then. I feel like after you got this laser, it would have been really good to do like either you want to try and hit him immediately because you hit him out of the air, or you can do like dash back and then like backflip. Yeah. And then you could have double jump bared him for going to the platform, or if he like rolls in, then you can bear him as well. But you kind of like hit the laser and then wave dash back and then go in, which like doesn't make sense because you already hit him. If that like if that's clear.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like he kind of like tried to cover everything but nothing. So this is one of the ones where you just have to like make a read on if you think the Nair's going to hit off of the laser, or if you think he's going to be able to get out and then try to cover that instead. Because yeah, now he just gets out. I also talk about this situation a lot in the 2 Moth lessons I've done, like the Moth running off the platform and fairing.
Yeah, I've heard Ginger talking about being off center in this situation.
Yeah. So there's that part, but then there's also the part where like how to take space and like what Moth's options are from here and stuff like that. So again, I think if you watch the other 2 Moth lessons, that'll help you come up with some ideas to deal with this.
Okay.
Because yeah, this is like one of the main openings I see Moth get a lot of the time. Yeah, so you do the early Nair again. When you do the early Nair, are you like, do you have specific options in mind that you're looking to cover with it, or is it just like he's over here, so I'm gonna throw out an attack to hit him?
I think I think it's like a lazy way to get an aerial out early.
Mm-hmm.
So like try and either like hit his head when he's in shield here, and also kind of cover if he aerials.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of my aerials were before. they were kind of always fairly high rise and aerials. Like I don't think they cover that much though.
Yeah, so I think the main thought I have about it is that the high aerial here covers if he like does fair out of shield or like tries to or like stays in shield as well. But other than that, it doesn't really cover much because like if he wave dashes forward, then you'll like cross him up, which is fine too. But if he does like retreating aerial out of shield or wave dash back, or they're the main two. But like a lot of moths do that here, right? Where they'll like kind of wall you out by moving back with their hitboxes, or they'll like wave dash back and grab you. So a lot of the time, I try to like not use that option and instead do stuff like laser dash dance and then approach, or like laser approaching laser, or another laser in place here, stuff like that. And especially because McKenzie hasn't really been doing much like rising fair out of shield to try and hit you. You don't need to like cover that option, if that makes sense. Like he's been doing a lot of like wave dash out of shield or like nair in place out of shield or stuff like that, which your nair doesn't really like cover.
Yeah.
So always having like some options in mind that you want to cover with what you're doing off of the laser is just like really important. And again, it makes it easier to follow up off of what you do off the laser because you're already like predicting what's going to happen instead of like doing the nair and just like seeing if it hits or not. Yeah, I definitely think when you get like a laser around this spacing, it feels like pretty like you're not sure what to do.
I was literally about to say that. I was like, I don't actually know what I meant to get at that spacing.
Yeah. So you don't get any sort of combo, first of all, is the first thing to establish. The only time you get combos are when you land like within F tilt range, basically. So your main threat here, from Moth's perspective, is that you're gonna aerial him, right?
Yeah.
So he's gonna start doing stuff like shield and then try and grab your aerial, or he might dash back. They're like the main two things he can do. So then you want to try and build it up from there. So like, well, what beats him shielding or laser or dashing back would be doing like approaching laser, but then he could start doing like forward smash or up tilt. So then you need to like sort of wait here and bait it out and then attack him. So just having like a rough idea of how he's going to try and play off of this laser, because like I said, the main ones are like he either dashes back, he throws something out, or he shields. And McKenzie is pretty good at doing all three, but a lot of the time you'll notice Moths do like one specific thing here. Like Tanky does like dash back a lot of the time here. Aiken will do like up tilt or forward smash. So just thinking about this is like one of the spots where you really want to try and figure out what Moth's like habits are, because you don't have a guaranteed opening, so you have to make like a read on how you think he'll play the situation. Mango does a lot of like dash back, dash in, approaching laser here as well, which would whiff punish something like this.
I know which ones you mean, yeah.
Yeah. So for example, in this one, so he does, what was it? Fair out of shield. So if you'd have done like approaching aerial, that would have worked, like either high or low. If you'd have done dash back, dash in, approach, that would have worked. But then if you'd have done approaching laser or this grab, then there was like lose to this option. So I think maybe just watch some games of yourself versus Moth and pause when it gets to this situation and see what they do and what you could have done and what they could have done, and, all that stuff. Oh, nice. Were you trying to act? I'm guessing you're trying to like shine grab or something here, maybe.
Yeah, I think I tried shine grabbing. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, like you got a really good opening here. Like you did Tomahawk Shine, and then you just don't get anything once you're on his shield. So either your execution on shield isn't good enough, or you didn't believe this would work in the first place, so you weren't ready to um, execute your like shield pressure and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know which you think.
I don't think
Yeah.
I'm that good at shield.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. I find it really weird. Like all the timings for the shield, like Falco shield pressure, feel really off to me. So I probably just have to grind it a lot more.
Yeah, it could be net play as well. That can sometimes throw you off. Uh, One thing I will say is, have you practiced shield pressuring off of Empty Land Shine? Also,
No.
so yeah, there you go.
I have practiced off of laser shine, so just like the laser into shine grab.
Yeah, but again, it's
Uh,
like different hand position, right?
yeah,
I feel like any sort of approach you're going to use in your gameplay, you should be good at like doing shield pressure off of. So if you're going to try and make Empty Land Shining part of your game plan versus Moth or whoever, then you want to be like practicing shield pressure off of it. Um, or like if low lasers are going to be a good part of your game plan versus Moth, then you want to practice off of that as well. Um, yeah, so this is another kind of similar situation where you get the laser at this range. This one's a bit further away. And you try like the dash dance approach thing, but then he like rolls in instantly. So this is one where you just want to like wait a bit longer here, or like if you did running shine and then wave dash back, I think you'd catch it as well. But yeah, just something to keep in mind at that range as well. So that might have been one of the rolls you were talking about. It with the rolls, was it like when you're on his shield, or was it more in spots like this?
no, a lot of the time it's in spots where I'm just about to approach. I'm used to a lot of people
Yeah.
rolling out of shield pressure, but he like kind of rolls before it even gets started.
Yeah, it's like quite a. It's one of those things that bad players do, but also good players do.
Yeah,
Because, like you say, a lot of people aren't ready for them to just immediately like swap positions with you. Like, where was it? Right here, he doesn't even play the situation. He just like rolls out instantly because he knows if he stays there any longer that it's going to be bad. So all this is about is just like knowing how good your position is that you're in, and then knowing that they might just like try and play the get out jail free card to just like roll away. So like here, for example, he just whiffed back here in the corner and he's facing the wrong way and you're lasering him. So like that's a pretty reasonable like Moth's in a bad spot situation, right? So roll would probably be on my radar as like if he lets Falco get any more advantage, he's kind of screwed. So he might try to just like get out as quickly as possible. And if it works, then the reward's pretty high, right? As well, because he gets to like play this situation now. So yeah, that's something people like. The like mid low level use of roll is usually like when they're in shield, like already getting pressured. But the high level version is like they use it to not even be in the situation in the first place.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just about like again, just like trying to read more specific options off of your lasers and like or off of like advantage situations in general. Did you want to talk about some of these like corner spots also? Because I know you said
respawn.
Yeah, I know you said in your notes as well that you felt like when you were in the corner, it was a bit like tricky.
I felt like I put myself in the corner, but in general, yeah, I'm not really sure like what like good ways of fighting out of the corner, or like if I'm just not meant to fight out the corner whatsoever. Like, so I feel like in this situation, like I should just die here, like after getting hit by this F smash.
Yeah, I mean, like, after the F smash is just a read on like how Moth thinks you'll recover. Like, if he read the Shine Stall, he could just like go down and hit you or try to contest your double jump. But I think in the first place, so first of all, on the respawn, you like put yourself in the corner, which is fine because you'll see Mango do this sometimes, where he just stays in the corner over here, and the opponent tries to like read him moving through to get to center, and then he just plays this scenario after. But it only really works well for Mango because he's also really good at playing the corner like situations. So that's one trap people fall into. And then you go to the platform, and then I think it would have been pretty reasonable to just like run off to this side or like full hop or dash short hop off or something like that. But instead you like run to the left, which like if he calls it out, it's way worse for you than if he calls you out for moving to the right. And then he's caught your like out of shield timing with this forward smash. He's caught it in the first game as well. So you just gotta like stay in shield longer sometimes, and it is scary because like Moth could do like aerial grab. Yeah, but you know, he's scared to do that because of spot dodge shine or roll in or stuff like that. So yeah, maybe you just need to hold shield a little bit longer. Especially like the UK Moths as well. A lot of them do like aerial and then up tilt or stuff like that, and you can just kind of hold shield and then wave dash out of shield and shine them. So just being willing to hold shield here is pretty important. And it's bad, but like you probably won't die in this specific position actually, because if he forward throws, you can get to ledge, and if he up throws, then
I can slide off.
Yeah, you can get to the platform or something. So yeah, it's not terrible. So I would try holding shield more, but then also be ready to DI the grab if he gets it. Yeah, I like this. I feel like down air is better in this situation. Just going back to what we were talking about before. So you get the laser, and then if you think he'll jump, then the nair's good. But a lot of the time they try to move on the ground to try and like he tries to wave dash back grab here, right? And because you did weak nair, it doesn't like combo into anything. But if you did down air, then you'd get like the late down air. And then you can like hit him off of that. Yeah, and then your Punisher is a bit like hesitant here. So I feel like your options here are either you do full hop aerial, like full hop back air, or if you do already do the short hop, you could do like short hop double jump waveland and get underneath him, and then like up tilt or something.
I didn't even think of that. I was just thinking of ways I could dare him onto the platform, I think.
Yeah, the thing was he wasn't at like knockdown percent, so I don't think you get a combo here on this DI. Because you see how you're like rising as he's falling. And then the other thing to keep in mind also, this is really important versus floaties, is just like if you do this short hop and then see you don't have a great combo, like here I'd be thinking I can't really get a good dare off of this. You can always just like fast fall back to the ground and then shock. With like up air or up tilt or back air, especially on this stage where it's easier to contest the platform.
Yeah.
But that's just one thing to keep into account is like you do always have the option to just like play the situation after. You don't have to take the combo, especially if it's not a good one. Like sometimes just like say you land instead and he tries to double jump out and then you hit him out of his double jump, you might get a better combo than you would have done if you went for another hit here. So just something to keep in mind as well.
I was like all holding in.
Yeah, it's hard. Nice. Yes, this is another one where I would consider maybe fast falling to the ground instead. The only thing the only thing you could maybe do is like waveland off the top platform and do a back air. But like you could have also just fast fell to the ground and then ran over here and get like up air.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is another one where you play this like close range scenario off of the laser kind of bad. So you get one here. And then it felt like you expected to land on top of him maybe.
I think I did. Did he dash back out of the first laser and get hit by the second?
He did
I
like
just
dash dance shield. It was weird, but like the spacing of your initial laser here, like there's no way this ends up in your next laser getting on top of him, right? Just because he's
no.
so far away. So then I would be in this laser here thinking, right, I'm gonna have to play like that mid-range mix-up of like hit him with an aerial or approaching laser or dash dance and wait for something. You could have also done run up grab, which you might have tried to do, but yeah, just like trying to predict the spacing that you're gonna have to play at after the laser is important. Because yeah, if you like play it wrong like you do here and you end up whiffing, then Moth like gets out for free and then usually reversals you.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's the exact laser I showed, right? Where if you'd have done
Yeah,
the full retreat
the
one, you would have been good. Yeah. And you died at 50 from the center of Dreamland.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely messing up a lot of like shines on shield and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm
Something to
flubbing
work
a lot.
on.
I feel like it's hard. I feel like it's hard to react in the game to situations where I'm unsure if I'm going to hit, and I think that happens a lot with Marth specifically. Like I never know if my laser's gonna stuff him or if he's gonna dash back out of it, or if like my aerial's gonna hit or he'll dash back.
Yeah, a lot of the time you just have to predict and like hedge your bets. Basically, you can't. A lot of the time you can't actually react to whether something's going to work or not, unless you like. Say you dash danced and then you jumped towards them and you saw them whiff an aerial, and then that's when you can cut sort of like hit confirm that it's going to work. But a lot of the time when it's like true neutral, like where was it? Like this scenario, like you've got no idea whether Moth's going to like shield it and then fare you out of this laser, or whether he's going to wave dash back or forward or whatever. So you just gotta like try your best to try and like predict what's gonna happen. So it's just like there's some spots where you can react and some spots where you can't. Like this one when you get the shine, like right here, you like spot dodge or grab, and you should be seeing that he's whiffing grab during your spot dodge and be like, right now it's time to shield pressure. Or I think you could have got a true shine on this grab actually. Like, it should have hit, but I think you were a bit slow acting out of the spot dodge, and that let him put his shield up. But that's just an example of, like, you had opportunity to see him whiff and know that you now get to hit him, so you should be, like, ready to execute. Whereas, like, yeah, like this one, there's no way that you can't, like, react to Moth, like, wave dash down tilting you and then change your option instead, you know? Like, you already committed to the dash dance laser.
Yeah.
But what you can do is see during your dash dance laser that, oh, he's down tilting now, so I gotta get ready to play this scrap. Because, like, you can't do anything else during the laser, right? You just have to sit and watch them either hit you or your laser work. So yeah, so sometimes it is, like, impossible to know whether something's gonna hit or not. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the combos you get as well, you like kind of drop. And then he reversals you.
It seems like I'm just really slow at reacting. Like, oh, I'm like really trying hard to react to like specific DIs or something.
Yeah. Or you're just like not sure exactly how to follow up off certain hits. Like this one, to me it was pretty clear that I have to do like full hop aerial. But you did like short hop double, full hop double jump down air, which is like not gonna work here. So maybe that's like you need to watch more combos versus Moth, or you need to play versus Moth more, or practice an Uncle Punch more on some of these hits. Just something to build up more like recognition. I will say on respawn also, a lot of moths try to just like dash through you when you do this stuff, like approaching laser, and then they go under you.
Yeah.
So you do sometimes want to just like down air in place, or like wait here and then shine them trying to run through you. Because yeah, if you just do approaching laser every time to try and chase them, they just start running under you and then they get out for free. Because he's out now, right? Like if he makes this one read, you end up crossing positions and then you can't hit him now if he chooses to back off further. The best you get is this laser and then like you're in neutral again, right? So yeah, it's important to like call out Moth for trying to dash under you. Yeah, so we get this situation again. And he does like Nair out of shield. So this is a pretty common option as well. So if you want to try and contest this, then you can do like an immediate rising aerial. Or jump shine can work as well. Or you can dash dance for a bit longer and then go in and try and whiff punish this with like a laser or an aerial. But yeah, this is just like the Nair from Moth is just a call out on your like aerial timing a lot of the time. So just keep that in mind, and it's just a sign that you need to like either hit him sooner or hit him later.
What do you think is like better in terms of like what my default should be? Should it probably be trying to hit him after I see the Nair? Because I think I could have seen him jumping out of shield at least.
I mean, when you do the dash dance, like the dash dance and then jump is the read, and then what you do after the jump is like the reaction a lot of the time. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So to beat this Nair, like regardless of what you did once you jumped at him, you were going to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to just like dash dance for longer and then jump. So I would have probably gone in immediately, especially because you're at 0 as well. So getting like grabbed isn't that bad or whatever. Because this is like the main thing Moth's scared of here is like getting grabbed or jump shined or aerial or something like that. So you want to really like present that threat as much as you can, and then you start throwing in these like dash dance aerials to bait out like the grabs and stuff like that, or rolls. So yeah, just your like level 1 mix up of just jumping at him and hitting him would beat that Nair. So you always want to like have that on the table. And then I think he just jumps kind of preemptively here into...
Yeah, I don't even look at what's going on. I think I just panic jump.
Yeah. So you want to just like shine stall or jump backwards or stuff like that. Yeah, so you see how this time he did like a laser in place instead of dashing through him with the laser? And now you were like right next to him. So you could have done like laser grab or like laser... Because like with this one, you could have seen him dash towards you and know that you're going to be at a close range like mix-up with the laser. So then you know to like grab or shine or aerial or something like that. But then you just kind of like let it slip again.
I feel like this one's an obvious grab again.
Yeah. I think as well, especially on Battlefield and Dreamland, you want to be trying to do like full hop out of the corner more as well. It's just like so hard for Moth to deal with.
I don't think I ever do it. I don't think, especially against Marth, I'd never go for that option.
Yeah, it does feel like you sort of play on this like horizontal plane a lot when you're in the corner. And if you add into your corner gameplay like full hop waveland, full hop double jump, land on the top platform, full hop fast fall lasers, or like all that stuff, it becomes a lot harder for Moth. Because a lot of the time he has to like full hop up and try and hit you, or he has to like read you going to the top platform, or he has to make a big risk on you like falling back down with like dash attack or forward smash or something, and then all of your other options that you were doing before become like really good. Like even the Nairs and stuff, like that would catch him jumping to try and hit your full hop.
Yeah.
So yeah, just something to think about there as well. Yeah, and like this follow up as well. It feels like your like higher percent follow-ups, like 60 plus, seem a bit off. So like this one would be full up double jump nair to me or something like that.
Yeah. I feel like even though that hit, that was bad. Like that F smash just. I don't think I should be doing that in that position.
It depends if you think he'll shield or not. Because he could like fast fall and then shield here off of the laser.
Yeah.
But the laser's still like decent to call. I think the laser's good to call out as fair, and then the forward smash is just like. Even if it trades here, it's pretty good. Because a lot of moths try to do like take laser and then fair, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't work that well if they do like waveland and then they shield.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can work sometimes. It's not always bad. Yeah, he catches your timing of acting out of shield a lot. Like you see here again, he forward smashes at the exact same timing and it hits you.
Yeah, that's like 3 times in 3 matches.
Yeah. And like that's a huge call out from Moth as well. Like to be willing to forward smash your shield at this exact timing. So you should be like equally as ready to just like hold shield or like again just like move sooner or move later. In this case
it feels like I'm moving at the exact like reaction point where like it's just very standard. Like you've shielded, you've recognized that I haven't grabbed you yet, and now you're trying to move out of it.
And a big thing versus Moth as well, or like pretty much any character, if the character that has the advantage, like if you both move at the same time, then the person with the advantage usually wins. So like Moth has you in shield here, so if he's gonna attack at the same time as you, you're gonna lose just because he has like bigger hitboxes. Is the main one, but like versus Fox, he's quicker, so then he hits you before you hit him.
Yeah.
So that's just something to keep in mind as well. Is like the person at advantage, if they read the timing right, then they usually like win. So you want to be really careful with like mixing up your timings here. Like I say, I would just hold shield a bit longer here, especially because he'd have to like dash back grab here to hit you, which is a bit weird because he's in crouch. But yeah, I'd practice holding shield longer and also get really good at wave dash shining forward smash as well, because I don't know how good you are at that.
It's pretty easy to set up on Uncle Punch, isn't it? You can just make half it, push a shield, so I'll grind that out.
Yeah.
Oh god, this one's not going to go well. How does he get out of the corner? Does he just jump over me?
He double jumps out of your laser. Yeah, so you lasered him out of the air because you shot 2 lasers. So ideally what happens here is you're shooting this second laser and you see that he jump fared. And then you should know from here that Moth's options are either he can forward air, he can double jump, or he can waveland. And then you just kind of pick some of those options to try and cover. And it looks like you covered waveland, whether intentionally or not. And then... yeah, I think this was just a thing if you weren't ready for him to double jump.
No,
so then you weren't... yeah, so like this is a pretty important situation in the matchup just because it happens a lot. And like, again, if you read one of these options and you read wrong, similar to the holding shield and then getting grabbed thing, you want to like make the read on, say, waveland, but then also have an idea to cover the double jump if this goes wrong. So like here I'd be thinking about like dash back laser or nair or even like a turn laser in place to keep him in the air. But then you kind of back air and then it doesn't like lead to anything. So just having like a backup plan in mind when you make a read like this as well. I'm guessing you're trying to waveland.
Yeah, I think I tried empty hop waveland back.
Yeah, like that would have worked as well here again. So again, it's just like I think your ideas are good. You're just messing up the execution a lot.
Yeah.
Or you're not sure how to play the situation once you have like the neutral read. Oh yeah, the other thing is you can like you can spot dodge at a timing that would cover a potential grab and a potential forward smash. So like this one, if you spot dodge now, if you did like run cancel forward smash, then it like dodges both. So that's something to think about as well if you're scared of grab and forward smash, is trying to read the timing of it with a spot dodge. Was there any... Just want to look at this again to see if there was anything we didn't cover. Was there anything specific you think, like other parts you wanted to go over, or do you think I've covered everything in that doc?
In the document, I think so. In terms of,
in terms of just like the gameplay aspects.
Yeah, I was just reading through back.
Yeah, sure.
What I struggled with. Yeah, we covered the roles. Jumping into attacks, we talked about, and getting myself in the corner. Yeah, I think in terms of that we have. I'm still a little unsure on. I didn't realize my execution was so bad in so many of these spots. So I think that's like probably the biggest takeaway from this is like trying to get better execution in some of these spots. So I keep dropping the same situations, the same theirs.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to pinpoint what exactly to work on because there's like lots of factors here, right? So there's net play first of all. There's playing against a much better player, which obviously makes you flub more. There's potentially not knowing how to play the situation you're putting yourself into, so then you hesitate and then you flub. There's maybe not being confident in the read you're making or the action you're taking, and then hesitating again because you didn't think it would work. It could just be that you're not good at the execution in that specific spot, like with the empty land shine stuff we talked about. So yeah, there's like a lot of different things it could be, and they might all be like affecting it, but to like varying different degrees. So I guess the best thing to do would be to try and play like some different moths, and see if like the same sort of execution errors occur. And then we could try and work out from there like what the issue is.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of like different level moths in UK as well, because you found like the hardest one, which is playing the person that's really good. So yeah, like you've got Aiken, Lil Chief, Brand Speed, Tanky, like Buttnose, like all those guys. So I think it'll be pretty easy to work out what the main issue is. Oh yeah, with the recoveries as well, I will say if you just start doing like double jump back high up B, I think you'll have a lot more success in recovering.
Okay.
Just it's always good to try and force your opponent to like jump out and hit you, because that's like the hard call out on high up B, because otherwise they pretty much always have to make a read on like an angle or a set of angles that you're gonna pick. Which obviously gives you a good out. Like if every time you're off stage you have at least the chance to get back, if not more, then that's like pretty good. And then it also makes all of these other options, like say he tried to jump out and hit you, but then you instant side B and it hits him. So I feel like a lot of your recoveries cover him doing something preemptive like jump out and hit you, but then he just kind of waits and sees what you pick and then kills you. So yeah, the answer to him waiting is always either double jump back up B or double jump sweet spot is also pretty good as well. You just need to like force him to make a preemptive read more on what you're going to recover with. Yeah, I feel like some of your lasers again, like you do them from too close, like here, and then you get like hit by moth for it. Similar to the like Dreamland situation.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I try also working on recognizing like when moth can hit you for a laser and when he can't. So like this one, I would be thinking like wave dash out of shield or something instead of lasering. And then again, like with the other one as well, uh, just do like the full retreat laser instead of like dash back turnaround laser.
Man, I feel like I'm like 5 or 6 layers just behind him. Like every decision I make, he's got like that. He hasn't got like the immediate answer for, but he's just calling me out on the situations after.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time in these spots as well. Again, he's just kind of like waiting for you to do something. So like right here, he just kind of like jumps in front of you and then hits you, and then he waits to see what you do, and then he grabs your roll. um, so it's just like you're just acting at the same timing a lot. So it's very easy for him to just wait for that timing and then see what you do because he knows that you're not gonna just hit him beforehand. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's strange. One of the things that he said that after the games was you need to stop doing instant stuff in defensive situations. So maybe he was a bit confused or I didn't understand, but he said like whenever I'm in defensive situations, I'm always attacking.
Yeah, well,
Um,
instant means like different stuff to different people, I
different
guess.
people.
So like this could be instant to him, whereas instant to me here would be like if your shield didn't even come up, you just.
Yeah,
But it's like it's kind of similar, right? So he's just saying like don't roll like immediately here, like wait a bit. Like I was saying about the forward smash thing, right?
hmm it was like the
Um,
same timing, like when
yeah,
he's at advantage. Yeah,
yeah. You just gotta like wait him out more. And obviously, it like feels risky a lot of the time because he could hit you, but you just gotta realize that he's not. He's like waiting for you because like waiting's pretty broken in melee. Just because it's like playing rock paper scissors, but you get to see what the opponent picks. um, oh, this should be down smash by the way, just because it's
yeah. I get
on
like
screen.
the really hard part, and then
Yeah, and then you just down smash instead. And
yeah,
then Moss, well, he's not guaranteed dead, but it's pretty good. Yeah, again, you like move at the same timing again.
I think I go for a laser again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But I mean, he makes it pretty clear, like what's going wrong, right?
Yeah.
Which is good. Okay, so I think, um, so for next time, I think we want to get you to play some other moths. Again, for a couple of reasons. Working out the execution stuff. Um, and then working on some of the gameplay aspects. So like mixing up your timings, like holding shield for longer. Um, what else did we say about like playing that mid-range like laser mix-ups as well and trying to figure out what their habit is in that situation. um I think what else we talked about. Oh yeah, dealing with like the preemptive rolls as well. Like if you see them rolling early, then you just need to like wait a bit longer. um I think just like the general main message to us is just you need to think about timing more. Like mixing up your timings in all of your spots. Sometimes not
Yeah.
doing anything. Sometimes acting even sooner. Um, I think that will help. Doing jump back up B when you recover as well.
Yes.
I think that will help a lot. Um, what else was there? Yeah, I think that was the main things really. Might be one or two things I'm forgetting, but yeah, I think the big ones are timings, work out the execution errors, and oh yeah, and like try to watch your like combo moth more at like the mid to high percents. Because I
Yeah.
felt like you missed a lot of combos in those spots. Um, yeah.
What's the way that I can like um work on the timing stuff like practically? Like it feels quite hard to adjust it mid game because I kind of get a sense that it's happening when I'm playing against someone better than me.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm not really sure like how to um adjust that mid game and still keep like a fluid game going, or like being able to even like think about other stuff like combos, recoveries, techs. Like it feels kind of overwhelming to try and think of all that, and then oh, you're like my timings are really bad as well.
Well, I feel like because it's friendlies, you don't need to think about all the other stuff.
Okay.
Is the way I'd approach it, because like your only concern, like we can see from that video that probably the timing thing is maybe the biggest problem you've got at the moment versus Moth. So I would just put all your attention into like fixing that.
Okay.
And it doesn't really matter about like if you're getting edge guarded in the exact same way like 10 times or like whether you're getting grabbed every time you shine him, whatever. If you're working on the timings and getting better at that, then you like improve every like little individual piece of the matchup, and then eventually it like all comes together. Or at least that's the way I'd approach it. There are people that just kind of like go into it with like just trying to win anyway, and then try to implement like little things they've learned. But I've never found as much success with that as I have with just going into it, focusing on one specific thing, and then working on that.
Okay, I think I know what to do then.
Yeah. So again, I mean, I would just put in your like pre-game notes, like think about my timings more, double jump back up B, and then yeah, just work from there. Yeah. Have you got any more questions, or do you think that sums it up?
Yeah, I think that's good. I think getting some more footage against other masks would be really helpful as well.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'll write up the thing, and I'll see you next time then.
Yeah, okay, I'll speak to you soon, man.
Yeah, cheers.